Hey guys, my name's John Grimsmo and welcome to another Knifemaking Tuesday. I'm here with my brother Erik, and this week we are making an attachment for the grinder, Erik's new toy. So I finished it already. I'm going to show you guys what it does, how it works, and then we'll Tarantino this and we'll go back and see how I made it. So this is the flat Platen attachment. And basically what it is, the little angle aluminum here, that between two wheels, it keeps the belt totally flat, and there's actually a piece of glass here that, because glass is more slipperier than aluminum. So, what are you using that for? Not that I can hear you, but...
handle faces.
So we've got a little sanding block here that the handles just screw in with two screws, and then... yeah, and then you can hold it. One on each side.
Let's see if I can get that straight on there.
Shiny. So you can see how scratched up the titanium is, you know, on a micro level, but it's going to look so good once he's done. Getting there?
Yeah.
And that's a pretty coarse belt, right?
Yeah, it's A100 Trizac CF.
Yeah. Gnarly.
Yeah, I think we have an A300 that I haven't tried yet.
That's rougher, right?
Yeah. So that might work.
Well, there you go. So, are you liking this attachment?
I am. For this kind of stuff, it's great, because before I was just using the 5-inch wheel, this thing.
Yeah.
So I'd try to carefully go along here to get the face, but then I'd round the front and the back, so it wouldn't be even at all. And then when I try to like sand the faces on the honeycombs or something after the anodizing, then before I'd have more color and it wasn't even. Whereas that one is dead flat.
And if I may say so myself, dead sexy. I love our knives. Yep. And this one's one for Smoke Eater. And what's the other one for him? This one?
Yeah.
The carbon fiber one. So these are Robbie's two new knives. He's already got one that he got at Blade Show and he loves it. And he's so excited to get these. So yeah. Okay, moving right along, let's show how we made these parts. I filmed a bunch of the machining, so let's get right into it. So the first part I have set up here is going to be the main plate on the flat Platen, and it's going to get a few holes milled and drilled into it. So I'm going to use the Tormac touch probe to zero off the corner and the surface, and then we can work from there. So the first machining operation is to drill two holes that I will hand tap for an M6 thread. So this is a 0.0 or 0.198 drill bit. So now I'm going to throw in a 1/4 inch 2 flute end mill uncoated, so this is good for aluminum. This one is pretty torn up. I've been using it for a lot of weird stuff. The corners are all chipped off. Not ideal, but for a sort of one-off part that doesn't need tolerance or anything like that, these are all just clearance holes. The tips don't bother me too much, so we'll see if it works. Worst case, it clogs up and I break it and have to do it again, no big deal. Here's the screws that I'm using, shoulder bolts. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. When you're trying to look for something that fits, that has to fit first time, it's best to test it while you're still all set up in case you have to redo it. To tap the holes, I'm going to use one of my favorite tricks by putting a tap in a drill. This is a spiral flute M6 tap that works awesome for this trick. Normally you want to use lubrication for aluminum, but for quick and dirty, just whatever. WD-40 works great for a quick one. Perfect. It's the fastest way to tap accurate holes. I love it. My friend Brad Souther taught me that, and I use it often. So the next piece I'm making is this bit of angle right here. I've got to pocket some holes in the top. So I'm just going to put it right in my vice jaws like this. Luckily the jaws are tall enough. And set it up flat against that one and press it in. So that took about 3 minutes of cycle time, and seems to work out pretty good. You can see I've been using the fog buster for both an air blast and for a little bit of mist coolant put in there. Just keeps the tool a little bit lubricated, keeps it cooled down, because aluminum is very sticky and it likes to just gum up and be a pain in the butt. So this helps a great deal. And then, like I said before, if you're going to do a test fit. Perfect. Bolt goes right through there, and the head of this is what goes through there. Perfect fit. So to make this thing work, I've got my angle piece here, and since aluminum is a pretty soft metal and the back of the belt is going to be scraping against this, a lot of people use a piece of glass. I believe this is tempered glass. I got it from USA Knife Maker for this purpose. And so I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape to stick these two together. Now, I noticed that the glass is a lot longer than the aluminum, so I'm probably going to have to score that. I'm definitely going to have to score that and break it. Something I haven't done very much of, so that'll be a fun experience. I think you just scribe a line and then crack it. It should crack on the line. For the double-sided sticky tape, I have a roll of 3M VHB, which means very high bond. This is the 5 thou thick stuff. So it's only 5/1000 of an inch thick. It's probably thinner than the paper itself, than the paper backing that it's on. But this is supposed to be super good stuff. Chris Reeve Knives uses this to glue in all of his inlays, and it's used to stick on like emblems onto cars and all kinds of stuff. It's really good tape. So I'm going to use a couple strips of that to get this thing on here. Here I've got a diamond tipped dressing wheel that I use on the surface grinder to dress the wheels. So it's just a little piece of diamond, straight edge, and I just went across here and just dragged it. Made a nice little score line. Let's try to break it. I've got safety glasses on just in case. And yeah, I've never really done this. Hopefully I don't make too much of a fool of myself here. Haha! Seems to have worked. Put a little crack in it there. Not ideal, but it doesn't look like it went all the way through, so for this purpose, it's probably going to be just fine. And then I want to somehow probably radius the corners here. Okay, I'm sure that I don't actually need 4 strips of this stuff, but whatever. I hardly ever get to use it, so when I do get to use it, it's kind of fun to just use it. So having never actually used one of these, I can only assume how I'm supposed to, set it up. But as you can see, it's adjustable this way if I need it to be, and it's also this plate is adjustable in and out, tilted in and out. So I'm just thinking straight edge against the 2 wheels and pull the plate straight up against the wheels, and for now we'll start there.
Hey guys, Erik here. So John has been working the past couple days making some stuff, and specifically, you can't even see it right now. Specifically, this flat platen. I've been wanting it for a long time, and we've just been busy, so I haven't really been able to get there. But now we're on our way. So John's videotaped everything on how he made this stuff, and now I'm just gonna kind of try to use it and see how it works out. So I've got my handles mounted up onto this little mounting jig, I guess, and we'll give her a shot. Haven't really tried this thing out at all yet. Okay. Cool beans. Does just about what I figured it would. Nice and flat. Didn't get through everything yet. I'm using a 65 Trizac belt. But there's still a lot of deep pits and scratches from how the material comes. But I'm not rounding any of the edges anymore, which is really nice, because before I was doing it on like a 5-inch wheel and just trying to face them very carefully. Now I can just put them on and grind away. So yeah, I'm gonna put my mask on and start actually working. But I wanted to show this to you guys. Now I'm just rambling because I feel like I should do more, but I don't know what to film. Well, see you later. So, I was just trying to do some more grinding here and moved up from one of these Trizak A65 to trying one of the Trizak CF belts, A100. The scratches in the set of handles I was working on were a little bit deeper than I thought, but then I ran into a problem. So on this, John has mounted this kind of rest here so we can line it up before setting things on the Platen for grinding. And our old tracking wheel up here, it's not as accurate as I would like, I guess. So while I'm grinding, it moved, like kind of lost the tracking that I had it set at for a minute, and the belt slid over into the rest, which, I mean, is no good. It just don't work that way. So yeah, you see there, and it kind of wobbles back and forth a little bit. So I don't know if maybe the rest we're using, I mean, maybe it's completely unnecessary and I can just kind of freehand and set the block flat on the Platen without worrying about resting it. This kind of seems like it's getting in my way more than I'd like it to anyways. And it's causing the tracking problem. So the belt got completely stuck last time. Any hoozle, I'll figure it out, or I'll just let the belt kind of grind more of a trough into that little plate there, if you can see. It's already started a bit, so maybe once I grind that away, it'll be fine.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. That attachment is going to be really handy and useful for us in the future. And be sure to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages. Search for us on there. And because Erik's putting up Instagram videos and pictures like every day. So check those out and catch you next week. Thanks guys. Bye.